This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Talking about signs that you should just be single.
Yeah.
Because I think in life we all think that we need to be in a relationship, or maybe you're going to be happier if you're happy in a relationship,
Yeah.
you know? And it's not okay
Is a
to say
relationship
that...
the answer?
Well, I think if you're looking for external validation and happiness from outside oneself, that is a...
Well said.
Yeah,
Hasn't
you're never going to find it.
Society has moved on in that sense where you don't have to. I mean, unity doesn't mean that you have to sign a piece of paper and get married. And I think people who have been married multiple times now are like, well, why can't we just be together? Why do we have to...
Friends.
I mean, I had a mate that wanted to marry his wife, and she said, well, it doesn't bother me. Like, I don't need it to be official. And then he got a job in LA, and they moved over there, and the only way that she could go over with him is if she got a green card, so she had to marry him.
Oh, really?
Still didn't
so
want
he
to.
got her over the line.
Yeah.
There's this, like a social psychologist, she's come out and she said, look, it's okay. Some people who are single are just happier generally. Stats say that you have more kind of friends, that you socialise with your family, you have better relationships with your parents and things like that.
Okay.
So there are some, there's a little list here of reasons.
Do you know what I miss?
What?
Coming home from work and knowing that the house is to yourself.
Let it out. Let it out. But do you know what? When you're at home by yourself, and I have thought about this because once in 10 years, I reckon Lisa and the kids were away for a night and I had the place to myself.
Yeah.
In my mind, I went, this is heaven. For about 3 minutes. And then I went, no one's listening to me. There's no one to annoy.
And you don't even have a pet.
No, don't have a pet. What am I going to do now?
Dog out.
What's going on now?
It is nice, though, isn't it, when you come, maybe even on a Friday night and you come home and there aren't any lights on in the house.
And it's silent.
And it's really silent. You can walk around the house and no one's there.
You go, and what about when you go, hello? Just checking, but I knew they weren't.
Or you're scared.
Do
You
you do
check
that?
under the beds.
Then there's a knock on the door and 20 of your mates rock up.
Here's your list. You're happier when you're single. Single life is your happy place. So maybe if you've been in relationships before and you're just generally it's not ticking the boxes for you. So maybe you just feel happier when you're on your own. You cherish your freedom. You feel more sexually satisfied.
Oh, by yourself?
What?
That's number 3 on the list.
Getting to know yourself.
You savour your solitude. That's what you're talking about, Fitz, being able to have a bit of time to yourself.
Tommy savoured his solitude quite a bit when he was a teenager.
Oh, poor solitude. Yes, absolutely.
I wouldn't limit it to teenagers.
Okay,
You felt relieved when a romance ended.
very
so you
relieved.
feel like,
Very relieved.
phew, thank
Very
God.
relief.
Why are you doing that?
What about the Brisbane reception?
All right, mate.
It's
Move on.
That's not.
Anything else on the list?
Anyway,
That's a relationship.
No, there isn't.
What about the girl that shaved her head? Was that a relief when she got
Have
it?
you been happier in relationships or not?
Tom?
Me?
All of you.
Question for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hands up if you're happy.
Very happy. Oh, hands up. Sorry.
Couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
So the hands are all up.
Right,
in the
they're all
studio.
up.
Sorry,
Just
my
in
wife
case
is
you-
just helping me put that up. But
In case the video's running. Hands up.
No, it is. It's a totally different lifestyle. And this is the thing. When you find someone that you love and you move in with each other, what freaks you out is you're like, oh my God, I don't have that freedom anymore to be by myself. You know what I mean? Or
But you
do the
can.
things that I want to do.
Well, you should probably set aside some time to be able to, hang out on your own as well.
I think you always want the other life. You always crave the other life because you can't have it.
The grass is always greener kind of thing.
But is it?
Yes.
You know, you might get there and realise the bushfire's just gone through there and the whole place is charcoal.
Good one.
Thank you. Do you know what's missing, I think, in a lot of... Can I be selfish and speak on behalf of men? Do you know what's missing a lot from a man's life at the moment?
Oh, here we go.
It's sitting at the bar and having a jar with a mate.
You can still do that.
Yes, you can, but it's harder and harder to coordinate. And it's extremely therapeutic for a man to sit next to another man and have a beer without eye contact and talk.
Or even just talk. You don't need to have a beer.
You're dead right. Have a soda water,
You
possibly.
don't have to drink to talk.
No.
I'll up that. You
Go
know
on, steak.
what's
You
even
throw
better
steak in?
is having that beer, right? But
Yeah.
back in the old days, you never planned to have a big night out.
yeah.
And then it's spontaneous.
One more in it, Fitz.
So yeah, you'll be down the pub. Yeah, you're having a great time. That's a funny story, mate. I haven't caught up with you for a while. Why don't we go to another pub? Next thing you know, it's 2. You got your arms around each other, laughing about the old days.
And no one's calling you to wonder where you are. Is
No.
that what
No.
you mean?
Like, I would
Where
say-
are you? You said you'd be home hours ago.
4 girls do the same thing, but wander through a field and pick a daisy or something.
Oh
or
my God, you're so piggish.
Whistle a song or whatever you do. I don't know, look at materials and dresses and stuff.
Guess what? We're going to do Life Improver next. You know what would improve my life?
What is it, mate?
It'd be something to do with you not being here.
Fitz in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.